Yes, it's finally time to get the oil changed. I've been running this truck for a few months now, and believe me, the oil's become really dirty. So, it's time to take it into the garage and get the oil replaced. Where should I park it? Now wait a minute, what's this? What's going on here? Can't even find a parking spot just to get my ding-dang truck parked before I take it into the garage. I gotta see what's up. Excuse me there, Billy, but do you mind moving your vehicle there? You're kind of parked in an electric car charging spot, and what's going on here? Just what exactly is up with all the Roadsters? Well, I'm sorry, but I can't. I'm just part of the car meet. If you want to ask about parking spots, ask our leader, Mr. Slim. Just part of the club. Oh, I get it now. This is part of some sort of car meet. Yeah, I'm gonna ask Mr. Slim, see if he can move here. Excuse me there, Mr. Slim, but do you mind moving so I can get a parking spot here? I'm sorry, but if you want a parking spot, then you have to become part of the Roadster Society. You want proof? Well, look around you, dude. What do you see? Yep, that's right. Roadsters. And these parking spots are only reserved for our cars. And if you want a parking spot here, then you have to become a part of our club. Also, what is with the gay hat that says love is love? Just don't judge me, Mr. Slim. I like wearing that hat, and I'm just here to support Pride Month, okay? And I always like to defend Pride Month. Pride Month is a good month to celebrate, and it has nothing to do with the 7 deadly sins. It's all about supporting gay rights and combating discrimination towards, well, you know, the gays. Oh right, I should have known about this Pride Month, but anyways. All of these parking spots, as I said before, all of these parking spots are reserved for the Roadsters. And yes, that also includes Linda's beautiful red bow-eyed target top, and of course, Ricky's ETK K-Series convertible that he just got, and Angelica's electric convertible. Yeah, Angelica is the only one who has an EV. It's her preference. She's an environmentalist. She became one because she lives in California. But anyways, here are the rules if you want a parking spot here, if you want to join our club. Rule number 1, only roadsters are allowed. Rule number 2, no open cockpit race cars. That means you can't show up here with a Le Mans prototype or even a Formula 1 car. If you show up with a Formula 1 car here, get out. Rule number 3, even though they don't count, yes, you are allowed to join in with a Hyundai HCD6 and a Hyundai Clix. These count as convertibles. I just wish that they would be addressed in a later revision of the game, but anyways. If you want to join, you gotta show up with a Roadster. So head on over to the dealership to buy a Roadster, or no parking spot. Alrighty then, I'll go over to the dealership to see what they got. Well, greetings Gran Turismo enjoyers. And since I just joined the Roadster Society, that means that it's time for the Roadster Racer Challenge Run Series. And here are the rules. Rule number 1. As I am a part of the club, I'm only allowed to drive Roadsters. Yes, Roadsters. Yeah. That means pretty much any vehicle in the game that is considered to be a convertible. Number 2. No open cockpit prototype cars. Those don't count as roadsters. Yes, they're open cockpit, but it's a different thing. Yeah, I know, it's confusing. And number 3, license tests don't count. Once again, if we count license tests as part of the challenge run, it'll make it impossible. So yeah, I have to try to beat Gran Turismo 4 by only using convertibles. And I have to prove my worth to the Roadster Society. So I could win the Gran Turismo World Championship by beating it with a convertible. Yeah, I know it's going to be hard to do, but it's the Roadster Society after all. Rules are rules. So yeah, let's strap ourselves in and get ready to go. Because we're going to be having the wind blow in our hair with the Roadster Racer Challenge. Alright, so the first thing I would usually do before I begin any challenge run is get all of the license tests out of the way. And I started off with the B license. Yeah, the first B license test doesn't have a roadster, but like I said, this doesn't count. And even if I did count it, it would make the challenge run impossible. So yeah, I had a second go at this test, and guess what? I got gold on the second try. I then did the A license, the IB license, and no, you cannot use the Chrysler Crossfire as part of this challenge run. It's not the convertible version of it, it's the coupe version. The IA license, and yes, I even did the S license as an extra. I didn't need to do the S license, it wasn't necessary, but I still wanted to get all of the licenses done. Notice how this car is different from the one used in the original Japanese version with the same exact license test. And this is because Sony Entertainment of America and Sony Entertainment of Europe, the overseas publishing arms, thought that using Le Mans prototype cars was too difficult for these two tracks, so they changed it up and changed the times respectively. And what you're seeing now is the overseas version of one of the hardest license tests in Gran Turismo history. Except this version is not nearly as hard. But anyways, let's go. Let's proceed with the races. Alrighty, so those are all the licenses, including the S license, which, yeah, I didn't need to do. I just had to do it since I wanted to get all of the licenses, so I can basically prove myself that I am part of the Roadster Society. And we're probably going to get a car that we're never going to use. So, according to the rules of the Roadster Society, we have to sell any car that doesn't fit the description, or get rid of any car that doesn't fit the description of being a roadster. Right. Yeah. Gone. Yeah, we're not going to use the Kusabai. Even though it is a great car that you can start off with. We're not actually going to use it for this challenge run because it will be against the rules by the Roadster Society for me to use it. Yeah, and this one too. Which leaves us to 3 more cars we have to get rid of. So, I'm gonna start off with, you guessed it, the Gigachino! Yeah, the Gigachino. Because this is trial by fire after all. I have to start off with the hardest car possible. There it is. It's green. Mean and green. I'm actually going to go for an unconventional path. I'm going to start off with the K-Car Cup. Yeah, I usually start off with Sunday Cup. But well. It is what it is. So, we're gonna start off with the Gigachino. It's not silver, but it's still the Gigachino. Yeah, so this counts as a convertible. So it fits with the description of the Roadster Society. Yeah, the Great Lakes Roadster Society, as they're called. Think of it as like the the Great Lakes City equivalent of the Royal Woods Minivan Society, according to my headcanon. Yeah, it's trial by fire. And yes, I'm going to use this car in the Sunday Cup as well. Because again, trial by fire. Yeah, it's 29 points. Here comes the Gigachino. Should be disqualified for trying to jump the restart. Well, jump the start. It's not actually a restart. Seriously, for a 29 points race, it's not actually that hard. You can literally bring any K car you want and, well, you don't need to modify it. I got a lot of extra money from selling off any unneeded cars, but the thing is that I don't need to upgrade the car, just get it as is. We got our rival Gigachino. He's trying to pass us. Here we go. Yeah, that's why the Gigachino is a Giga Chad. Nose is itchy. So if you're ever wondering why I'm wearing this hat, it's because, well, I actually do support Pride Month. And people are just different. We gotta accept people being different. And pronouns are also a fun thing that people usually do. Whoops. Might have made a mistake here. Oh no, it's charging up ahead of me. That was so close, man. So close. After that, I had a couple of attempts with the scuba race where I attempted an aggressive driving maneuver on the Autozam AZ1, which was the biggest threat in that race. And the first time it didn't work out well, but the second time it was more successful, and I got the lead. And after the absolute snooze fest that is beginner's course, I got a prize car for winning all 3 races, and let's see what we got. Yeah, we're not gonna use this one. And after that car was sold off, I then used the extra cash that I got from selling off all of the licensed prize vehicles and the Ginetta G4 and put it to good use and upgraded the Gigachino. Yeah, I actually like that nickname. It's pretty good. But yeah, I don't usually show the full race here, but I might as well since it is pretty short. Yeah, the Gigachino was able to pull through the competition. And because it handled so good, I was able to win this race with no problem at all. Yeah, even against more powerful opponents. And thanks to the power of the GT Wing and, well, my aggressive driving skills yet again, I was able to pull through and get myself another worthwhile victory. But this is only just the first lap though. This race is pretty short and, well, there's not really much to it. It's just 2 laps of, well, lap times that barely last a minute, and the race itself barely lasts 2 minutes. You can probably complete it in 1 minute if you got yourself a more faster car. But yeah, this race is really easy, and that's how it goes with the Sunday Cup. So let's head on over to the finish line and claim our victory. The track where I thought it was going to be the hardest is high-speed ring, since the track itself relies heavily on straight line speed, and I just thought Cappuccino wouldn't do well here, but I was wrong. I was able to claim myself another victory at high-speed ring, and it was also pretty easy. I then completed all of the other races and got myself another prize card that I can't use. I then decided to head on over to the World Compact Car Cup, where it was also pretty easy, even though the biggest threat was the Audi A2. And it was just that much faster than everything else in the field. Yes, even the Fiat Punto Abarth, which is a sports-oriented model. But anyways, let's see 5 of these races. Oh, wait a sec. This looks like a Roadster. I might use this car for the Classic Car Cup. Sorry, but rules are rules. It's a coupe, not a convertible. Yeah, I just got informed that it's not technically a convertible. It's a coupe. But anyways, it's not a convertible challenge run unless if we have a Miata. So, in order to get the Hyundai Clicks, you have to win the Hyundai Festival, and in order to do that, you have to get the Hyundai HCD6 or get the Korean version to get the Hyundai Tucson CCS. Alrighty, so let's get the yellow Miata. Let's see how well the Miata does on dirt. Yeah, of course we have to bring out the most famous convertible. Yeah, the reason why I have to get the Hyundai Clicks is because it's the only four-wheel drive convertible in the game. And there's one race in the beginner league that you're required to beat. The four-wheel drive challenge. Yeah, it is a convertible. Let's upgrade the heck out of this vehicle method. Let's upgrade the heck out of this vehicle method. It's really cool. Of course, we're gonna put dirt tires on it. It's a rally Miata. It's a rally Miata, man.
You got mail.
That's just a notification. Let's get dirt tires and a transmission and we'll be all set. Don't forget the flywheel. Always remember the flywheel. Because you need the flywheel. It's one of the most important upgrades in the game. Yeah, if I left the Miata behind, it wouldn't be a complete convertible challenge run. Yeah, it's all about roadsters. Let's change the oil and give it a wing. Let's get some rally wheels, man. Here we go. We are ready to go. Yeah, I'm thinking about using this car in the FR challenge. Alright, so this is the race where I win the Hyundai HCD6. Yeah, I'm not pronouncing it like Hyundai, because I know how to pronounce it properly. Hyundai. It's a South Korean term. Hyundai. Hyundai. Yeah, so I have to use a Hyundai in the challenge run itself, because like I said, only four-wheel drive convertible in the game. There. Let's adjust the downforce and we'll be all set, all ready to go. Yeah, the Miata's a good rally car. Yeah, it can be used for anything. Yeah, we're bogged down by the fact that it's rear-wheel drive, but like I said, only one four-wheel drive convertible in the game. As a South Korean car of all things. Yeah, same country that makes Korean barbecue, and I like Korean barbecue, by the way. Haven't had it in a while, but I still like it though. Yeah, Mazda should have used the Miata in Group A rallying instead of the Familia, aka Protege, or 323. Oh no, there's the red icon of death. We got one more race to finish. That's the second reverse. Yeah, and we're going up against a homologation special. Lancia Delta HF Integrale. How are we gonna take down a Lancia or Lancia, however you want to pronounce it? Well, I know, with the Miata, because the Miata is just that much better. Yeah, it's rear-wheel drive, but it's great in off-roading. I could see why Donut Media wanted to take a Miata off-roading, or why some people would decide to make an off-road Miata. Miata's good at anything. Who knew that the Miata is a capable car? Well, everybody. Oh no, there's a stupid penalty system. But the AI opponent never gets a penalty. It's not fair, man. Like, it's not fair. That's what some people hate about the penalty system. Is that the AI opponent never gets a penalty. That was a good save. Yeah, it's different doing these dirt tracks on it. Rear-wheel drive car rather than four-wheel drive one. Looks like we're gonna have to jump ahead, because it requires a restart. Second time's a charm. Here we go. Don't slip out on me this time around. Yeah, I'm trying to slow down just so I don't slip out. Because this is not a four-wheel drive car, this is a rear-wheel drive car. Yeah, it's not all-wheel drive. Come on. We gotta get to the finish. Yeah, it's really slidey on dirt tracks, which does make sense considering that's a rear-wheel drive car. Yeah, it's not trial by fire by anything. And it's why it's called a challenge run. It makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do in the game itself. But anyways, I'm gonna get my prize car. Hopefully it'll be worth the trouble. Here we are. Yeah, look at that. It looks like something out of automation. And it has a weird color. Yeah, but we have to use it anyways, because we do need it. After that, I went over to the Hyundai Cup to get the Hyundai Clicks concept car. And my best moment is where I attempted an aggressive driving maneuver on the Hyundai Tiburon and got the lead. Yeah, sorry, but red sports cars aren't always faster. And after winning the final race at Seoul, South Korea, aka the home country of Hyundai, I finally got the Hyundai Clicks concept car that I needed. But first, let's collect ourselves some prize money. Yeah, each race in the Hyundai Sports Festival is worth 5,000 credits if you win. Hey, looky here, we got the Hyundai Clicks, and it's not a good looking car. Alrighty, so we got two more races to finish, El Capitan and Fuji Speedway. Now, one thing that I never truly got with these cars is, even though they're convertibles, you cannot enter them in Spider and Roadster. Like, this is the same problem as the Daihatsu Midget 2 D-Type. Yeah, the Hyundai Clicks and Hyundai HCD6, they're Roadsters. Heck, some photos even show them have open roofs. But for some reason, they're not eligible to compete in Spider and Roadster. Don't know why that is, but it's always weird. Hopefully this will get addressed in the Gran Turismo 4 Spec 2 mod. So yeah, we're going by technicalities here. The Hyundai Clicks and HCD6 are Roadsters. And yes, they are convertibles, and they're even listed as convertibles on the Gran Turismo wiki itself. So anybody with a straight brain knows that both these cars are convertibles. And I think this is the problem with a lot of concept cars in the game. So either they A, somehow forgot their convertibles, or B, didn't have time to make open roof configurations of them, which is most likely. But well, I'd like to see this get addressed in Gran Turismo 4 Spec 2. Because the Daihatsu Midget was eligible to compete in the Sport Truck event. Which means that it's now possible to beat it with only used cars. So yeah, that's that going for it. And these two should be listed as convertibles since they are Roadsters. So yeah, you can learn a lot from the Gran Turismo 4 Spec 2 mods. Well, Gran Turismo 4 Spec 2 mod to be more precise. Whoops. Shouldn't be talking while I'm driving. And keep in mind, we're also not allowed to use any open cockpit prototype cars. So we'll be only using road cars and pre-tuned cars, which will make the game more challenging. It'll probably make the GT World Championship that much more interesting to complete. So far, I've been doing pretty good. And yes, even the Roadster Society considers the Hyundai Clicks and HTD6 to be Roadsters. So, I don't know what the devs were doing, but like I said, hopefully this will get addressed in the Spec 2 mod. So that they can be eligible to compete in Spider and Roadster. Because both are actually convertibles. Oh look! We got ourselves a rival Clicks. Yeah, this in my opinion is one of the most cursed looking concept cars ever. And yeah, our biggest threat here is the Ford RS200. Gotta shunt him. Oh no, you don't. It's a good thing I can cut. So yeah, if it's a Roadster, it counts. And like I said, we're going by technicalities here, so it's good we're going by technicalities. The HCD6 and Clicks are technically Roadsters. And as I mentioned before, the Clicks is also the only four-wheel drive convertible in the game. So that's why I'm using it. Yeah, if it's a convertible and considered a convertible, then it counts. We're almost done here. So yeah, once we make it to the final stretch, we'll conclude the first part of this video series. Yeah, despite the fact the Hyundai Clicks is cursed looking, it's actually a pretty good car. Too bad the prize car that we get is completely useless. Like, really useless. You can't even use it for anything. Once we get the prize car, we'll conclude. Yeah, it's been a wild ride, man. But it's worth it. Let's get rid of that thing. There's no use for it. Alrighty, so that's the end of part 1 of the Roadster Racer Challenge Run series. And yeah, the Toyota Motor Triathlon concept is a Roadster as well, but you can't use it for anything. Yeah, I had a hard time at first, but I then proved myself worthy to be part of the Roadster Society. So, catch you guys next time and peace out. Smaller channels are at risk, and every subscriber means a lot to them. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the latest Racer Cinema Productions videos. And together, we can help drive the YouTube algorithm away from this channel, so that I don't succumb to the fate of other smaller channels getting defeated by the viewer base